I think we're on page 3 or something, or 4 or something like that. I'm not sure when we left off, but yeah, this is just a continuation from whatever I left off in the last episode, I think. But yeah, so enjoy the let's read. Thing. I'm also gonna jump in time, also in the video, but you'll know what I'm talking about. Like you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see me later in the video. All right? Yeah. All right. Wink. Yes, something feels very different. Dirk's hand begins to shake and wait, there's another page. Dirk's hand begins to shake, and so violently that he drops his screwdriver into the chassis of the battle pot he's working on. It clangs around for a bit, landing somewhere that will doubtlessly very well inconveniently be to retrieve. It doesn't matter. There's no time for battle raps and politicals or wacky hijinks in our adventure of nature. There's no time left for anything. Moisture beading at his temples. Dirk staggers away from his workbench and braces himself against a wall. His knees are weak, head spinning, palms so sweaty that his concrete feels so smooth underneath him. He nearly drops his phone while attempting to dramatically auto dial Jane's number through the haze of his trembling. Oh my God, what's happening? Hey Jane, bad news. I skipped that word. I'm sorry. Superior. Hey Jane, bad news. Canceling everything. Excuse me, what? All plans. Cancel them. It's over. What's over, Dirk? I just told you everything because we're canceling it. Dirk, are you quite okay? Yeah, I'm cool. You sound terrible. It's unlike you to call quits on a capper like this without offering a lengthy this whatever on it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention lengthy whatever the fuck that word is are over. They canceled. They're canceled. I'm scared. Jane gaps loudly without a hint of irony. I don't understand. Don't worry about it. Just do what I say. He hangs up on her and brings his contacts up so he can text Jake. He cancels all their televised fights for the foreseeable forever. Then he blocks Jake's number because it's not worth explaining to Jane. It's definitely not worth explaining to Jake. Then again, nothing's ever worth explaining to Jake. Jake's number is barely even worth storing in his... What the fuck? Jake's number is even barely worth storing in his phone if Dirk is being perfectly honest. Through the workshop window, Dirk can see the sun touching the horizon. As exquisite, he takes a moment to appreciate the sublime synthesis of the atmosphere, the existential crisis he's currently experiencing. The sun is setting both physical and metaphorical right now. Not bad, he thinks. Then corrects himself because while there is a time to delight in voluntary and casualty, when the situation actually, for real, is astonishingly bad. What is even going on? Fucking, I don't even know what's happening, nigga. I don't. Rose's eyes flutter open to the sound of a heart monitor and the sight of featureless white ceiling. Oh, sights of a featureless white ceiling. Fluorescent lights and diaphanous whatever curtains, everything crisp and clean. A hospital? Wait, this doesn't seem right, she thinks. When she closes her eyes, she dramatically lingers about her bedroom at home. She'd just taken a handful of pills and said goodbye to John. She gasped or whatever. She stood up in bed, tugging at her IV taped her underneath her elbow. Under her elbow. Whatever, same thing, I guess. Not really. Kanaya is sitting at her bedside, hemming a sundress. She thins her lips and gives Rose a half-lidded look. John, I see. Is there something I should know? Ah, come on, man. Kanaya, come on. Don't think like that. This is the sort of a joke that would have gone over better if it had not been made at this exact moment. With all the distance between them lately, Kanaya's jab landed like a rock plugging into a stagnant pond. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that kind of sucked. Instinctively, Rose raises her hand to her forehead, but there's no pain. Her head is the clearest it's been in months. Kanaya, what happened? Kanaya throws her sewing projects aside and sweeps in clothes, wrapping a cool palm around Rose's arm. Her voice quakes, but retains most of its porcelain, whatever, decorum. I came home and found you passed out in front of the load gapper. Your skin was freezing and you were barely breathing. Oh. The doctor said that your heart rate dropped below 30 beats per minute, which I understand is somewhat dire. Oh shit, I see. How are you feeling? Rose considers this for a very long time, eyes fixed on the window and the other end of the room. The night is dying behind the thin, pale curtain. She can barely see the moon. She looks back to Kanaya, eye wide and bright. Kanaya, I feel fine. I don't understand. What's happening? It's been such a long time since she felt anywhere in the same ballpark as fine. That is almost out of anybody experience, oh man, I'm so flustered right now. I don't fucking understand. It's been such a long time since she felt anywhere in the same ballpark as fine that it's almost out of body experience to say a word. She feels giddy. No headaches, no visions, nothing at all. Wait, is John okay? Where is he? Did he leave? Leave? Oh no, John's fine. He didn't go anywhere, except I suppose to leave his house for once. Multiple days in a row even. I don't. Rose shuts her eyes and takes a deep breath. For some reason, she never felt so relieved in her life. She thinks about what she's about to send off John to do, and her feelings of grim urgency surrounding the matter. And yet, for her life, she can't bring herself to care about whatever she felt was so direly important about his decision. All that matters to her now is that he's safe, in good health, and spending time with those he cares about. And apparently, due to this perfect, indeceptible turn of events, and so is she. The door of the room creaks open, and it slips a smiling chess piece in blue scrubs. I think I'm pretty sure. I'm not saying chess piece. It's a whatever, man. Rose listens to Kanaya ask fretful questions about her condition. The nurse responds by tapping her clipboard in a musical rhythm. Rose opens her eyes. She stares at the knob of her wrist and frowns. She's not sure why this sensation should be concerning. Is it not like her memory is slipping? She remembers the conversation she had with John more quite clearly, as she does not the previous year's declining health and troubled, obsessive thoughts about canon, disposition, and other such abstractions. John, you're running out of fucking time. What's slipping away instead of the feeling that any of it mattered at all? Was she insane to be consumed by such lofty concerns, and is she only beginning to experience clarity today for the first time in ages? When the nurse leaves, Kanaya puts a hand over her wrist that she is so preoccupied with. Is something wrong? It's that it seems like all this is happening so quickly, even abruptly. Oh, I'm sorry. You would prefer for your consciousness to continue to disintegrate? Jesus Christ, Kanaya. Why are you so bitter fucking... whatever. Don't be ridiculous, Kanaya. What I would prefer is to be here with you. Really here with you. For the first time in a long time. Kanaya tips her face away from the light to hide her shoulders, whatever. Rose reaches out and takes her wife's hand in her own. They're colder than she remembers. Are you crying? Someone haven't been known to cry. Quite often, actually, but you usually only because you're angry. Well, I'm not angry. It was hard on you, wasn't it? My illness, combined with all your duties of a mother grub and the pressures of changing the political situations with all in your mind. It can't have been pleasant to have you come home and take care of me as well. I can see now that this is all terribly unfair to you. It was nobody's fault, Rose, so please don't take any undue responsibility onto your shoulders. Since when have I been known to do such things? Yeah. Kanaya's lips twitch into a smile as she laughs sadly. Her laugh forces the tears out. They drip down her perfectly made face in thick trails. I really did think I had lost you. It's not that I thought you would die. It's that you felt so far away. What you were going through was something that I could not possibly understand, no matter how patient I was or how deeply I loved you. There was a feeling I couldn't shake that something terrible was going to happen to us, something that neither of us could stop, a powerful outside force that would take you away from me, and I couldn't stop myself from thinking that maybe it would be for the best. Kanaya, I can see that this is completely ridiculous. Kanaya laughs again, gaily this time, as something terrible dark weight has been lifting from her shoulders. She let out a thin, shaky breath afterwards. It's like the noise fills the room back up with oxygen. Rose hasn't realized she had held her breath at all. The shadow hanging over Kanaya's thoughts was hanging over her as well, but now that she said it out loud, the darkness dissipates without ever materializing into a true shape. Rose uses the hem of her hospital gown to wipe the tears off Kanaya's face. It really is, honestly. Oh shit, it really is. Honestly, Kanaya, I've never heard such a ridiculous thing in my life. You were talking to me as if I'm a pupa again. I'm sorry. No, don't apologize. It's been a very long time since you've had the energy to use such a condescending tone of your voice. And as you know, it's one of the things about you I find most adorable. I can imagine... now it's Rose. I can imagine how adorable I've been drifting around the house like a sweaty, drugged-up ghost. Well, you know how I feel about the careless imbecile of human intoxication. You were still very adorable. Not to be tribute, but there is nothing there's nothing that I can make you not beautiful to me. Ah, awesome. What a relief, it's considering we're both going to be young and magically fit literally forever. Kanaya presses the snotty, uncharacteristic, imperfect kiss to the back of Rose's hand, right beneath where she wears her wedding ring. If you would have me forever, who else? There's no one who understands me like you, Kanaya. No one who looks at me the way you do. No one who brings me back to earth. This is bad, though. This is bad. This is bittersweet. Stop. They're having a good ending, but no. This is not. No. You should have cared. There was a reason why you cared. John, what the fuck are you fucking doing? I have no idea what I'd do without you. You would probably just do just fine. Yes, but I'd be very unhappy. They smile at each other as the first rays of sunrise peek through the blinds. Damn it, man. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to stop.
Alright. Hey guys, Not a Heart here, and we just jumped through time. And now we're also on page 5. This is where the last time we left off before I had to save the universe. But it was in an alternate timeline, but that timeline mattered to this one, so I don't think just because I was in another timeline that means I didn't save your ass, because I definitely did. But alright, so skimming through this, it looks like, and seeing some pictures, since I took a break from reading it, I should have read this right away, but I've seen some pictures, and judging how the fandom and how they reacted to this, I think this whole Jade and Karkat interaction might not be good. So I think now that I see Jade and I see Dave, I think it's time that I bring them out. Let's put this over here. Yeah, it's time that I bring these bad boys out for good luck, because I didn't get any good luck with John. He's sitting there doing some bullshit. So it's like, least I can do is hope to God for these guys. I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna hold on to Dave, because I think Jade is acting like a bitch or something. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't read it. But I'm all on the Dave, because I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Swords are cool. Shit, come on. All right. Sorry, it takes like 5 minutes. But all right, here we go. Oh, and that I should close my window. All right. I'll be right back. You can probably still hear me and the window, but I'm closing the window. Close the window. I'm going back in my chair. And now I just sat down. I'm scratching my head now. Now I'm turning back on my webcam. Hey, sorry about that. I had to go save another timeline. You heard the audio feed, so you kind of knew what happened. If I didn't close that window, we all would have died. But anyways, alright, so chapter 5. Jade. Okay, yeah. Did you hear that? Did you hear that John left his house? Multiple days in a row even. No fucking way. That's incredible. I've never heard of such a thing. Someone leaving their house? Stop the fucking presses. Karkat. Is it a slow day damn, here we go. Is it a slow news day in the Consort Kingdom or something? Jade finished pruning a dead bulb off her arumium lily plant and flicks it off at Karkat's forehead. Then she politely pulls the blind shut, because God forbid even a sliver of sunlight ever infects Dave and Karkat's hive. Jay doesn't live here, technically, but he calls it their hive. Interesting. Like, oh wait, so do they consider it their hive? Like, does Dave say, "Oh, this is my hive," or does he say house? Because I mean, because this is Jade's kind of narrative, right? Oh, okay, you know, whatever. I don't care. Jade doesn't live here, technically, but there's a domestic evidence of her all over the hive. Her plants, her base. Actually, no, they probably live in a hive. It's probably not even a house. It's a fucking hive. Oh my. Her clothes slung over the couch where she sleeps for weeks at a time. She sleeps for weeks? Like, you mean like staying over for weeks? Or do you mean like she just falls asleep for like a week? I'm being serious, dump ass. Ew. I was really worried about him. I'm being serious too. I was actually beginning to wonder if John had died. But what the fuck was he? Oh, what were we supposed to do about it? It's not like he answered the phone. Well, if you cared so much, then don't respond with a sarcasm when I tell you that he's getting better. Guys, it's not a competition. We're all worried about John. Were we? When was the last time either of you even tried hanging out with him? When was the last time either of us left the hive? Yeah, shut-ins living in glass hives shouldn't throw Actually, if we lived in a glass hive, way too much light would come in for Karkat's brutal photosensitivity issues. So we'd probably have to cover all the walls with lots of curtains and sheets and thick fabric. So I guess maybe we can throw stones, kind of like small ones, so the fabric can easily absorb the momentum. Also, me and Karkat would probably be too lazy to throw the stones that hard anyways. So I think actually this scenario is pretty workable here. It provides for a very certain threshold of allowable minimum hypocrisy. Dave, this sucks. No, it doesn't. I'm giving you a thoughtful and critical consideration to a cliche which is long past due. A glass house which wall-to-wall curtains create what I'm going to theorize as an incredible important self-owning buffer. This is a huge breakthrough, and it's also fucking science. You of all people should appreciate the work that's being done here. Oh my god. I never thought I'd be thinking of you as a weird nerd friend by the time we were out of our 20s. Yeah, well, I never thought you'd be like the premium woo girl of the planet. But what are you even doing here with us? Don't you usually spend your weekends at 48-hour interspecies raves or doing Arctic expeditions with Jake or whatever? Those two things are not also always mutually exclusive. Oh. Okay, well. Jade floats to the couch and shoots her two besties a silent smile. She taps Karkat on the nose as she passes by. I wonder what's gonna happen. I'm just enjoying my youth. You can be enjoying it too. Oh, damn. She I mean, okay, first of all, raves aren't bad, but what is she doing? Like, she's saying, like, as if, she's out there. I don't know. She retrieves one of her bras from where it's hanging over the back of the couch. She starts changing right there, doing that mystical sleight of hand as girls seem to be born with the knowledge of, where the bra goes off and then it goes on without the shirt being removed. Jade doesn't exactly have the best understanding of the interpersonal boundaries, having been raised mostly by a dog. But still, it's weird, intimate, and uncomfortably close to sexual thing to be doing it in front of other people. Dave and Karkat share a vaguely mortified look. Jade sort of lives here, but she doesn't sort of live here. But seriously, yeah, do they make out or something? But seriously, what do you two even do hold up in here together all the time? Karkat snorts and still pointedly not looking at her. Oh, I'm sorry. Have you not seen Dave's ill-begotten art empire? He's got his He's got his opposable digits stuck in so many double-stacked husk loaves that even I don't know all of his pet names. Pen, not pet. So that's what Dave. Wait, so that's what Dave does. What do you do? Jade puts her feet on the couch and pads over so she can sling her arm over the back of the couch and lay her cheeks on the cushion. The look she gives Karkat is just shy and devious. Karkat defensively scuttles to the other end of the couch where he ends up pressed flush against Dave's entire left side. Oh yeah, they make out and have sex or something. I sit down and play the video games all day. Hey, that's not the only thing I do. I've done laundry once or twice. Also, what humans refer to as groceries, I do the groceries. That's not the fucking figure of speech, man. You don't do the groceries, you go out and buy them. Even then, you don't actually do that. Like, fuck, Dave puts both hands over Karkat's mouth and does a stage whisper over his shoulder. He means he used the alchemizer in the basement sometimes. Whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? Oh, when he's in a bad mood, he'll go and yell at the trolls on the internet. Not like trolls and the troll species, I mean literal trolls who talk shit online. I don't know. A bunch of them can actually be trolls, I guess, but not strictly. Dave, don't fucking tell her about that. Like, you fucking bitch. Dave reaches around Karkat's face and gives him a gentle poke in the cheek. He keeps his finger there longer than strictly necessary, smiling the noticeably restrained smile characteristic of Striders. Their expression is so warm and blatant that it can't help but draw Jade's attention. She frowns and pushes her glasses up on the bridge of her nose. Are you jealous? Making some quick calculations in her head. They're so obvious, she thinks. Oh yeah, never mind. And yet here they are. Virginal losers who are performative about sitting exactly a foot apart whenever they're in public. Oh damn, so they're still... Damn, why do you call them virginal? I mean, I guess they're still virgins. I mean, whatever. Who cares? It's so pathetic it makes her want to howl at the moon in sorrow. Jeez. I mean, then help your friends out. Come on, man. What she's planning isn't seduction. It's public service. Oh, so she's trying to have a threesome or something right now? Is that what's going on? Why not, dude? I think it's cute. He's all on the major political sites, of course, but he spends most of his time going after people who leave abusive comments on my sweet bro and hella Jeff posts. Like, he's got a whole conflict network of burner accounts and sock puppets on my homepage set up for every possible scenario. Jesus Christ. It's incredible. He's driven at least 10 people off the site by creating thinly veiled parody accounts of their usernames. Jesus Christ, Karkat, you fucking devious dog. I mean, not devious, you're brutal. Jesus. Stop talking about this. My exploits are heroic. Go absolutely fuck yourself. Karkat, shush. I'm proud of you. Couldn't have done it better myself. Well, I mean, I definitely could have done a better thing to do with my time. Thank you, Dave. That was heartwarming and not even the littlest embarrassing, considering my honor undeniably defended. Yeah, I think I said that wrong, but I'm not going to repeat that. Actually, Karkat, it's more like you're the one defending his honor. That's so cute. A knight white knighting for another knight. Dave is like Karkat's your adorable little house... What? Dave. It's like Karkat's your adorable little house husband. I wish there was a comma, but I mean, I guess there's no need to be. You see? She's doing it. She's doing it. She's saying the words. I need water. Holy shit. I'm now refreshed. Delicious. What the fuck is a husband? Dave unpokes his finger from Karkat's cheek and tries to shimmy some space between them on the couch, but there's nowhere to go. Karkat is sandwiched between him and Jade, who is reaching out and putting 2 fingers of her own in the center of his chest. She bounds them there for a few times, enjoying the way troll skin is just a bit thicker than human skin. Jade, are you trying to have a threesome right now or something? I mean, you can enjoy the fact that troll skin's thicker. I mean, maybe it feels nicer. Maybe I don't know, the density, like a membrane over a poorly maintained drum. You see, but then he said membrane. It's like, I don't like membranes. What's happening? A husband. She begins walking her fingers up the length of Karkat's sternum. Karkat knows damn well what a husband is. He's been force-fed enough bad movies from Dave to pick up on any human enthusiasm you can name. I don't know, I said that wrong. He still plays dumb sometimes for comedic effect to irritate his friends, or simply to avoid a topic conversation altogether. If he'd known it would work, if he would known it only fanned the flames of discussion in this case, he would have kept his mouth shut. A husband is a little like what you both do already, only with certain benefits. Smiley face. Here we go. So Jade's kind of a freak, everyone. I'm not fucking surprised. Or maybe I'm just saying that and it's just a joke. Let me continue reading. Her fingers reach the hollow of Karkat's throat just in time to catch him swallow. He starts to sweat. What kind of benefits? Don't play dumb, Karkat. I don't. Jade, dude, come on. Leave him alone. Jade doesn't come on. She glides her fingers up on Karkat's chin so that they can rest on his lips, which are a little chapped. It doesn't take much work to pop them open and slide both fingers in. Holy shit. Okay, we're doing this. Dave, I need to hold Jade, because she's on some other shit. I mean, they've been alive for 23 years, plus the fucking 16 they're already, so they're like 30-somethings. I don't even know. Jade, if you're really that clueless, I can show you. Carcat looks like an animal with his legs caught in a trap, eyes flickering, breathing getting shallow. His bottom lip is trembling where Jade is stroking with it with her thumb. Okay, it would be pretty easy to mistake his reaction for arousal. It's so understandable that Jade is extremely surprised when Carcat snaps his jaw shut and chomps down on her hand. Ow, Jesus Christ. Look at that, you were sexually harassing my boy, and then you got bit. She flies back and literally spirals towards the ceiling so fast her skirt puffs up and she's getting all tangled in her clothes for a few seconds. She clutches her wounded hand and glares at daggers at Carcat, her ears flat under her long dark hair. Carcat, what the fuck? What the hell? You're seriously asking me what the hell? Jade, you were trying to choke me to death with your weird sort of human fingers. What were you trying to do? Reach into my chest and pull out my fucking pump biscuit for a midday snack? Is that all because you're half bark beast now? No! I was flirting with you, dummy. Oh my god, you two really are hopeless. Why do I even waste my time? She wants a threesome. That's a good fucking question. Alright, come on. Dave, come back. Alright, I need you. Jade is pissed, but not enough to leave. So instead, she plops down on the opposite end of the couch and perpetuously crosses her arms. Carcat peels himself off Dave and dips in between the cushions while setting even more deeply on the better practiced opponents. Dave clears his throat. So, Aporos of what the fuck? Okay, just a cool segue into a completely different topic for no reason. Jade and Carcat both stare at him. He makes a casual motion with his hand, a smooth wrist swivel, like he's a turntable scratching one of his songs into next. The effect is he's going for. That's the effect he's going for, at least. Oh shoot! I almost broke the damn sword. Did you guys hear that Jane was going to run off the was gonna run for high office? No fucking way! Oh shit! Wow, Dave is really good at. Dave, good job, Dave. You did it. Yeah, sorry, these guys are getting in the way. I was trying to do a little animation thing, it wasn't working. No fucking way. Oh wow, you mean, yep, the fucking president of Earthsea. I mean, she's been positioning her megacorp in stock in a way that looks super suspicious for the last year or so. So I'd wonder about it, but I didn't think she'd actually do it. Nah, she was totally gonna pull the trigger on it after all these years, but decided against it at the last minute for some reason. Thank fucking God, that would have been complete disaster. I know, right? That's exactly what I said when Roxy told me, especially for the economy. Really, the economy? That's what you think that? Yeah, whatever. That's what you think that is bad about it? Oh yeah, the trolls thing is bad too, I guess. Okay, so let me get this straight. Your priorities are, number one, the economy, which, let me remind you, is built entirely on an infinite fake money that we can make as much as we want. Number two, the potential genocide of my people. Jesus Christ. Okay, wow, let's slow our roll here. Let's slow any roll that makes it seem more xenophobic than I am, okay? Whatever you say, Dave, not xenophobic Strider. That's good. Let's keep using that phrase, not xenophobic, in the sentence that contains my name. Sure, man, that doesn't sound like something a xenophobe shithead would say at all. Look, I'm not that bad of a guy. Jane is, or was, until she decided not to run for president. Let's just all think whichever Christ was responsible for making whatever decision resulted in her deciding not to do that. What? Don't change the subject, xenophobe. No, look, it would be the first thing to say that Jane is xenophobic as fuck. I'm not. Like, at all? But she is. Okay, dude, but I don't think she'd go as far as to commit genocide. That's really exaggerating her faults. Like, we'd have to get pretty far away from the people when we were blah. Like, we'd have to get pretty far away from the people we were when we started all this for this to be a viable outcome. Well, I hope she gets better. I hope she gets a better hobby. There's a lot of less ominous things she could be doing with her time. What? Like fucking her way through half the population of Earthsea? Wait, fucking? Like, you mean actually fucking? Jade pinches his cheek and twists hard, smiling pleasantly. Get fucked, Carcat. Well, I'm not sure what I learned. Truth be told. Sorry, I'm just looking at hold on. Okay, well. Yeah. So, well, that was page 5.